You're watching Hawkeye News with Christian Henson, Natalie Hillary, Sports with Brady Sapp, news coverage from the Junior High Bureau with Lexi Belote, plus academic and student life reports with our Hawkeye News team. Hawkeye News.
Leadership you can depend on.
Welcome to this edition of Hawkeye News for April 2005. I'm Camille Webster.
And I'm Katie Stanglin. Christian and Natalie are busy this month on filming day on their ACT test. But later on, Christian will join us and give us an update on the ROHS Renaissance Program, Elementary Report, and District in 60.
With spring break behind us and graduation getting very close for some of us, it is really crunch time for all Red Oak High School students as we have to work hard to keep our academic goals in focus for the remainder of the year.
That's right, Camille. And with prom and warm weather events coming up, it can be hard to think of homework and studying. Many of us this past month have been busy with activities in school, but we take a look back at March and a look ahead at the remainder of the year. But first, we begin with this month's top stories. It's time once again, nearing that important date when school board and some city officials are elected by the people to represent them. And a time when those ROHS students who have now turned 18 and have registered to vote need to take advantage of this privilege they have and let their voice be heard on Election Day. This year, the city and school elections will fall on Saturday, May 7th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All citizens aged 18 and up who have registered to vote should take the time to do their civic duty and vote for the candidates of their choice in the upcoming election. While there are no places up for election this year in the city of Red Oak, the Red Oak ISD has one contested race. Originally, John Culpepper had signed up to run against incumbent Ricky L. Brown in place 4. However, at press time, we have been informed by election judge Marissa Ludi that Mr. Culpepper has withdrawn. It's unclear if Mr. Culpepper's name will still be on the ballot, but at this point, he has withdrawn. This will mean Mr. Brown, along with Mr. John Anderson, who is the incumbent in place 3, will be unopposed. In place 5, 2 newcomers will face off in place where Henry Lozano and Stephen Anderson will face off. Elections will also take place in the cities of Ovilla and Glen Heights, so if you're registered to vote in those areas, contact your city hall for more information. Early voting for Red Oak ISD is at the Administration Building from Wednesday, April 20th through Tuesday, May 3rd, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Polling places are Shields Elementary and Red Oak Elementary for Red Oak ISD races. These candidates are your representatives, so please take the time to vote in this year's election. For more information on how you can early vote, you can contact ROISD Administration Office for the school district elections at 972-617-2941 or your local city hall.
Recently, a group of Red Oak ISD Special Olympians took part in the Special Olympics basketball skills competition in Allen. The team brought home a load of medals including 6 gold, 5 silver, and 1 bronze. On April 7th, the Red Oak ISD Special Olympic team traveled to Kaufman for a track meet. The athletes brought home 20 golds, 12 silvers, 11 bronze, and 6 fourth-place ribbons. The team consisted of 22 athletes. Elizabeth Coronado brought home 3 gold medals. The team, under the leadership of their coaches Marge Adams, Robin Gilmore, and Deb Harner, did an outstanding job in all areas of the competition and brought home the following awards. Miss Adams stated the team has now begun working on track and field events and will have a competition in Waxahachie and will compete May 6th in a regional competition at Dallas Bishop Lynch High School. Great job to all our athletes and coaches. If you would like to help out or learn more about Special Olympics, contact Miss Adams at 972-617-5101. It's time once again for one of the most important and informative segments we do here on Hawkeye News. It's time to check in with our wonderful high school counselor's office to see what's new from the Counselor's Corner this month.
Good morning. Mealtime Matters. The counselor's office at the high school is trying to promote Mealtime Matters with the kids and their parents. So in order to do that, we've made our own Mealtime Matters. On Tuesday, May 10th, we're going to have Let Us Laugh Luncheon. Everyone will enjoy a lettuce salad and bring a famous cartoon so we can make a Let Us Laugh book. So at the end of the year, we'll all have time to laugh. On Wednesday, May 18th, we're sending you off for the summer, and the teachers are going to join you in the lunchroom for lunch so that you can understand how important it is to have meals. We're going to send you off having a meal with some of your favorite teachers so that you can have a great summer and have Mealtime Matters at home with your parents. Thanks a bunch and have a great day.
Thanks again to our counselors for working so hard to keep us up to date and on track with our academic lives. We know our counselors work harder than anyone for our success, and we can't thank them enough. Remember, students, the information here is for you. Follow their guidance to a successful end of the school year.
In a story you will only see here on Hawkeye News, once again on April 4th, the Red Oak Education Foundation once again came calling on several teachers throughout the district with big checks and lots of smiles. Balloons and noisemakers accompanied several of the board members of the Red Oak Education Foundation, who surprised teachers with financial grants for special instruction and educational programs. There were 35 applications filed for the year's grants, and 16 grants totaling $30,892.93 was given out to unsuspecting teachers across Red Oak ISD. Congratulations to the teachers, and especially the students who will benefit from these wonderful awards, and to Miss Karen Miller and her staff at the Education Foundation.
In a follow-up to an earlier story on the Jostens Renaissance program, this month Hawkeye News anchor Christian Henson brings us an update on a new twist to the program.
Some lucky students are rewarded for all their hard work. Christian?
Hello, Red Oak ISD. Imagine sunny skies, the beach, and Disney World. Where are you? In Orlando, where Jostens is holding its National Renaissance Conference. Students in the Renaissance Committee were asked to write an essay set out by Ms. Tier, telling why they would like to be selected to go to the conference that is to be held in mid-July. Ms. Tier and a panel of seniors read each of the essays, which were given a number for an unbiased opinion, and chose the following students to represent Red Oak. In a fun-filled surprise, the students selected were given a bachelor-themed ceremony where Marcus Babbles gave each of our girls that were selected the coveted rose.
Welcome to the Bachelor Renaissance Style. Marcus, why don't you tell the audience why these ladies are here?
They're competing for a trip to Orlando for the National Renaissance Convention.
All right, let's find out who the winners are.
Melissa Shepard.
On the Bachelor Renaissance Style.
Red Oak High School is proud to be the charter school of the Dallas area for Jostens and has been selected to bring a group of students to add to the festivities. Students will have to work hard and be fully committed to this conference because the ultimate goal is to improve an already blossoming Renaissance Committee. Special thanks to Ms. Tier and other administrators who have helped make the program a great success here at Red Oak High School.
This month's District in 60 Seconds is brought to you by Red Oak Car Wash, located at 311 East Ovilla Road.
We have lots to talk about this month, from Tech Fair winners to students and staff doing good work in and out of the classroom, and one more look at ongoing construction around Red Oak ISD, all in this month's District in 60 Seconds. ROISD Tech Fair. The second annual Red Oak Technology Fair was held on April 2, 2005. Entries from throughout the district were displayed for public viewing. Thanks for Mr. Lyndon Nichols and the 8th grade advanced computer class. The class served to set up crew for the technology fair. The event had nearly 100 entries. Red Oak High School Technology Director Steve Miller is examining the possibility of expanding the technology fair to an Ellis County-wide fair to be held at the Career and Technology Center at Red Oak High School next year. New ROE and press box taking shape. Red Oak ISD Construction Manager Ken Stewart is proud to announce the new Red Oak Elementary and new Red Oak High School press box. Projects are on track. The new Red Oak Elementary is planning for opening in August, and the press box should also be ready to go when football season kicks off in August as well. We will bring you an inside look at these facilities as they are completed. Good students honored by Hawks. Coach Hampel and the Varsity Hawks, in cooperation with Project Success Drug Education, are in their third year of honoring great students for their accomplishments in and out of the classroom. Students are invited to throw out the first pitch before the varsity and some JV games and given an autographed Buddy Groom baseball and certificate. Congratulations to those selected for this honor. And that's your district in 60 seconds. Now it's time to take a look at all the great news from Woodin, Red Oak Elementary, Shields, and Eastridge Elementary schools to see what's going on in this month's Elementary Report. On Friday, April 8th, the kindergarten classes at Red Oak Elementary were treated to a day of fun and learning in the annual Kindergarten Rodeo. Under the leadership of Miss Susie Taylor of Red Oak High School, many high school students who are interested and involved in the raising of livestock and rodeo played games with the students and taught them about animals in one of the most talked about events of the year. The rodeo will move on to Eastridge Elementary next month. We are sure the students at Eastridge Elementary will be looking forward to this fun event. In our final story from Red Oak Elementary, the students made fundraising for Relay for Life an educational and fun experience. Students were given the opportunity to estimate how many M&Ms were in an Easter jar for 25 cents per guess. All proceeds were donated to the Ellis County Relay for Life American Cancer Society. The winners were Taylor Briggers in Miss Mashburn's kindergarten class, Juana Escarino in Miss England's second grade class, and Antonio Vasquez in Miss Drum's second grade class. First grader and fourth grade reading buddies held an Easter egg hunt on Thursday, March 24th. First grade students provided the candy, and fourth graders brought the plastic eggs. Fourth graders stuffed the eggs with candy and then hid the eggs on the playground. First graders delighted in finding a dozen eggs filled with candy. This has been an annual tradition for the Woodin students since the days at the old Woodin Elementary, now the West Campus. Fourth graders meet each Friday with their first grade reading buddy to listen to them read their books from a week and help them improve their reading skills. Also at Woodin, the second graders recently performed for the April PTA as a kazoo band. Miss Zostik's class and Miss Berryman's class played the melody on kazoos, while Miss Devlin's class and Miss Robinson's class provided a rhythmic accompaniment on drum, triangle, sandblocks, jingle sticks, and maracas. They also played a hip-hop version of I've Been Working on the Railroad. The crowd really enjoyed the show, and all the performers did a great job. Finally, from Woodin, Miss Schultz's first grade class competed in the second annual technology fair. All of her 18 students submitted work. They wrote stories in Microsoft Word, added their own clip art, learned how to save a file, and how to open a file from a floppy disk. These pictures are from when they turned in their submissions. Shields Elementary was proud to announce in a recently held technology fair that Miss Cindy Belot's first grade class won first place in the video production category. Their theme was Kindness Counts. Congratulations to Miss Belot and all your great students. Also this year, second graders from Shields Elementary were recently visited by the Tooth Fairy. Yes, the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy explained to students how to take care of their teeth by brushing, flossing, and eating healthy. All the students really enjoyed the visit and learned a great deal about proper dental care. The final story in this month's elementary report from Shields is that the kindergarten registration for 2005-2006 school year was recently held. Parents had a chance to register their children for the next school year if entering kindergarten. Shown are students who will be entering kindergarten next year. I look forward to being back in the studio to film our last episode of Hawkeye News for the class of 2005. I'm Christian Henson. See you next month.
It's now time for our busy sports anchor, Brady Sapp, to catch us up on what's been going on in the world of sports around Red Oak High School.
It's that time of year that we find many sports coming to a close and others right in the middle of the important district schedule. What's up in the Sports Center, Brady?
Thanks, ladies. You're right. While school is coming to a close, sports is still in full swing around Red Oak High School. We take a look back at the great season for our girls and boys soccer teams, results from the state qualifying powerlifters, and a closer look at district races in softball, baseball, and track and field, all after a word from our sponsor.
This month's Hawkeye News Sports is brought to you by Danny Humphreys at State Farm.
Welcome back, Hawk sports fans. Let's talk sports. We kick off this month's show with a look back at the successful season for our Hawks and Lady Hawks soccer team, as the girls finished second in district play and the boys brought home a district title. The Lady Hawks, under the direction of Coach Hank Baldwin, brought home a second place finish in district play before opening their playoff schedule against Aledo on the TCU campus in Fort Worth. The ladies would then take on Dallas Adamson at home and dominate Adamson by a final score of 10-0. The ladies would then match up against District 12 4A champions from Crowley. In the end, Crowley would manage to sneak past one goal and ended the Lady Hawks season with a loss 1-0. While it is always disappointing to be knocked out of the playoffs, our Lady Hawks, Coach Baldwin, and all the Lady Hawks fans can look back at this season as one of the best in recent history for our ladies. In boys action, our Hawks, who have been ranked as high as #1 in the DFW area polls, showed just why they are district champions as they drew a bye in the first round before taking on a tough Dallas Hillcrest team. Our Hawks found just enough offense to take the 1-0 victory to move on to the third round match against Dallas Woodrow Wilson. The Hawks again showed a flair for the dramatic as they used strong defense to take a 1-0 victory, moving them to the regional round against the winner from the District 15 4A Athens Hornets. The Hawks and Hornets would exchange shots in a shootout, and in the sixth round the Hornets would slide a goal into the Hawks net for a 2-1 win in the shootout. The Hawks ended their season with an outstanding 23 wins, 3 loss record, again one of the best overall records in Hawks soccer history. Congratulations to Coach Blevins and the Hawks, and the best of luck to those seniors like Daniel, who will be moving on to continue their soccer careers in college next year. Another sport coming to a close in April was the powerlifting season. This year, 2 Red Oak High School powerlifters took their skills all the way to state competition earlier this year. In the girls division, senior Joy Pruitt finished an outstanding 8th place in the state of Texas in the 165-pound class. Joy is an all-around athlete who recently signed a letter with the intent to play both softball and volleyball at Western Texas University next year. Congratulations, Joy, on an outstanding senior year in athletics, and we will surely hear more about Joy as the softball season moves towards another playoff run. On the boys' side, Evan Flores ended the year as the district champion, regional champion, and 9th place lifter in the state. Evan is only a junior and will surely get stronger and should be a force in the state competition next year. Other regional qualifiers for Red Oak were Kelly Osborne, Ashley Miranda, and Joey Elich. To qualify for the regional meet, you had to be ranked in the top 10 of that region to be able to compete. To be able to compete for the state meet, you had to place first or second at your regional meet. Great job to all the powerlifters and Coach Warner and his assistant coaches. As we say goodbye to soccer and powerlifting, we are in the middle of the all-important seasons for track and field, softball, and baseball. This month, we asked our sports dynamic duo Robert Kent and Jared Ushery to give us a look at how our track and field athletes are doing thus far.
Thanks, Brady. That's right. Track and field, while it may not have the most fans, is a sport where only the most dedicated athletes reach the top.
While some of the relays are all team events, most of track and field is all about individual effort and a desire to be the best in each event they take part in, and many of our track and field athletes are doing just that.
At the recently held Williamson Relays in Kemp, Our Lady Hawks finished 5th place out of 10 teams competing. Once again, Our Lady Hawks were led by senior Dee Carter, who brought home 2 more gold medals in winning both shot put and discus. Dee threw the shot 44 feet while selling the discus 155.5 feet.
On the boys' side, our Hawks track and field teams also did great at the Williamson Relays, finishing a strong 4th place out of 10 teams at the meet. The Hawks were led by gold medal winner Richard Pace, who threw the discus 136 feet 8 inches to win the competition. The Hawks did a great job in all the areas of the meet, allowing them to finish with 90 points just behind Saxe, Fairfield, and Italy.
Our track and field teams will have competed in other meets, including the district meet, before our May show. We'll bring you more information on these meets and see how many of our student athletes will move on to the regional and state meets next month.
We would like to wish all these athletes and their coaches the best of luck, and hope to get a chance to report on some district, regional, and state champions in our final show of the year, or in the recap of the beginning of the 2005-06 school year in August. That does it from here.
I'm Robert Kent.
And I'm Jared Ushery.
Back to you, Brady.
Thanks, guys. We will keep up with track and field and see how Dee Carter did at the Texas Relays, which was after press time but before air date, as well as keeping up with our other track athletes. We also have very limited information at press time on our golf teams, and we'll catch you up on the progress along with the district tennis meet scheduled for April 15th and 16th, which is again after press time. On the diamonds, our Lady Hawks and Hawks are off to a great first half of the season, as our Lady Hawks have gone undefeated in the first half of district play, while our Hawks are at 3 wins and 1 loss at press time, with only Athens left to round out in the first round of district play, which will take place after press time but before air date. The Lady Hawks have jumped out to an outstanding 6-0 district record as they run-ruled Lancaster 15-0 to open district play and continue the streak by taking down Corsicana by a score of 8-3, setting them up for the showdown with the undefeated team in District 14 4A, at the time the Lady Lions of Venice. While the Lions are definitely the favorites to win the district with heavy senior presence, the young guns of the Lady Hawks entered the Lions' den with no fear and came out with a hard-fought 1-0 win. The ladies had no letdown as they then took down Maybank by a score of 3-0, then defeated Athens 3-1 behind a Taylor Van Hove home run to sweep the first round. The ladies also downed Lancaster by a score of 13-0 in the opening game of the second round just before press time, The ladies will complete the second half and by air date this month should be ready for playoff action. On the boys' side, the Hawks have also done their job as they pounded Lancaster 12-2 to kick off district play. The Hawks had to take on the preseason favorites and the second-ranked team in the Metroplex 4A polls, the Corsicana Tigers at Corsicana. While the game was tied all the way, the Hawks did drop the game 3-2, but made it clear that they are for real this year. The Hawks would have no time to get down after Corsicana and came up with their first win over the Ennis Lions at Ennis in several years by a score of 8-2 behind the outstanding pitching of sophomore Chad McClin, who held the Lions to only 7 hits and 2 runs, while the Hawks pounded out a 15-hit, 8-run attack. The Hawks played flawless defense with SportsCenter highlight plays by shortstop Troy Elliott and one of the best catches you will ever see in high school by right fielder Ryan Dillon. The Hawks were led by Troy Elliott, Chad McClin, and Andrew Ford on offense. The Hawks would then face a much improved Maybank Panthers team, but once again behind strong pitching from sophomore Aaron Brewer and an awesome hitting attack highlighted by senior Kyle Lamb's long home run, would come away with a 13-2 run rule victory. That's it for this month. Thanks again to Ms. Stanglin for helping us with the scores and information from the athletic department. Until our final show in May, I'm Brady Sapp. Back to you ladies in the studio.
It's time to welcome back our junior high reporter, Lexi Belote.
Lexi's here to give us a closer look at what's making the news at Red Oak Junior High.
April has been a very busy month here at the junior high, and this month we take a look at Junior High Choir Awards, Technology Fair results, and the first ever junior high musical, Annie Jr., all in this month's Junior High in Review. Red Oak Junior High choir teacher Miss Michelle Foster was proud to announce that the Junior High Varsity Treble Choir recently went to UIL Choir Concert and Sight Reading Contest. This is a major accomplishment for our school, and we at the junior high are very proud of them for this award. Great job to all our choir students and to Miss Foster. Technology Fair results announced. Recently, some of our kids from Red Oak Junior High have taken part in the district's Technology Fair. Students competed in the digital graphics section of the fair under 2 different categories, graphics and layout and design. Congratulations! Red Oak Junior High Theater presents Annie Jr. Red Oak Junior High's Theater and Choir Department are doing the first ever Red Oak Junior High musical. The musical is named Annie Jr. Miss Michelle Foster and Miss Katrina Knight direct the show. The students have just begun rehearsals and are working hard to get things together. The show will be open on May 20th and May 21st. Tickets will sale at the door. If you are interested in going, get there early. Doors will open 15 minutes before the show. It promises to be a lot of fun for those performing as well as those in the audience. Some of the cast members you have seen before in The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and some new to the program. We have so many talented students, the show is sure to be a success. Please come out and support the Red Oak Junior High Theater and Choir. If you'd like more information on the presentation, please contact Miss Knight or Miss Foster. As you can see, it has been a very busy month here at the junior high, and we will be looking forward to next month's edition of Junior High in Review. Reporting for Hawkeye News, I'm Lexi Belote. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Lexi. We'll see you again next month.
It's time now to hear once again from our crime reporter, J.D. Foster, who has information that could once again save a life. What's the story this month, J.D.?
The wildflowers are blooming and it's allergy and hay fever time once again. Maybe you've noticed a friend's consuming a lot of Skittles. Well, okay, not the colorful candy ones, but the over-the-counter cough and cold medications. So how much is safe, and is this a problem anyway?
This month's Drug and Crime Report is brought to you by the Bassett Firm, Texas Trial Attorneys.
Well, if your friend is also taking antihistamines, which are for this time of year, it's very dangerous. If you notice a rash, sweating, or even more important, a severe shortness of breath, real trouble is on the way. I guess you would probably notice if they fell on the floor and had a seizure, but probably the school nurse would get involved and you wouldn't have to. Never mind the student gossip this would generate. The friend might be pretty embarrassed also, since seizures are not really attractive, sometimes resulting in your eyes rolling back, severe drooling, exceptional stiffness, and even possibly loss of bladder control. Overdoses can also result in death, particularly if combined with other drugs. All of these are drug reaction to DXM, dextromethorphan, also known as Coricidin, Robitussin, Vicks, NyQuil, and Vicks Formula 44, and more than 120 over-the-counter non-prescription medications which you might have a legitimate reason to take. So how much is too much? A normal dose of DXM is 15 to 30 milligrams a caplet or two. Mind-altering effects can occur at doses as low as 100 milligrams, but many abusers consume enough pills or syrup, say a half-ounce bottle, to result in a dose of 240 to 360 milligrams. As few as 5 pills can cause you to forget your name. A problem when trying to complete assignments in class, since that is the first thing on the page. So why won't drug manufacturers quit making the pills? The vast majority of people take them responsibly, says Fran Sullivan, spokesman for Wyeth Consumer Healthcare in Madison, New Jersey, which makes Robitussin products. As a medicine, it works hands down, so we want people to be able to use it if they need it. We would once again like to thank the Bassett firm for sponsoring our crime report. I'm J.D. Foster.
Thanks, JD. We'll see you next month. The Red Oak High School Hawkettes are flying high from their very successful competition in Frisco and their great spring break cruise.
They continue to amaze the audience as they performed an outstanding spring show on Saturday, April 2nd.
The show was great, ladies. The team under the direction of Miss Laura Kelly and team captain Lacey Jacobs performed many full squad and small team dances during the event. The cafetorium was once again packed full of supporters and students who came to cheer on their favorite Hawkettes. The event is a final show for the supporters of the Hawkettes and a way to say thank you to all who have supported these ladies over the years. The event comes after a very successful trip to Frisco for national competition. The Hawkettes brought home several awards during the competition, and at the spring show it was very evident why, as they performed several routines from Dancing Through the Decades to the awesome closing to New York, New York. Miss Kelly then gave an emotional speech thanking the outstanding booster club, parents, drill team members, and a special tribute to team captain Lacey Jacobs.
As Captain Lacey performed her final dance to I Can Only Imagine, much to the delight of the crowd, Mr. Trustin Baba did an outstanding job as Master of Ceremonies, and with great acts from Boogie Shoes Dance School and First Baptist Church of Red Oak, the event was a full evening of total enjoyment for all who attended. The spring show is also a final goodbye to seniors on the squad. This year, only 2 Hawkettes leave the team, and they are Captain Lacey Jacobs and Lieutenant Shelley Wood. Also leaving the team will be senior escort C.J. Bassett.
Congratulations to Miss Kelly, the officers, and the outstanding drill team members for another memorable year. And we look forward to seeing those returning members as well as the new Hawkettes in the 05-06 school year.
That does it for this edition of Hawkeye News. Christian and Natalie will be back next month for our final edition of Hawkeye News for the class of 2005.
Remember, if you would like to contact us, give us a call at 972-617-4312. Or you can write to us at HawkeyeNews@RedOakISD.org, or you can always watch Hawkeye News on Varsity TV at www.myvtv.com. Or you can write to us at HawkeyeNews@RedOakISD.org, or you can always watch Hawkeye News on Varsity TV at www.myvtv.com.
I'm Camille Webster.
And I'm Katie Stanglin. Until next time, thanks for watching and make it a great day.